I told you, ya walad, ta'al. Oh child, come here, my son. I don't mean that I literally had intercourse with your mother. What I mean is a term of endearment. In that sense, yes, you could use it. But in the sense of actual physical children of God, that would not work. So equating one aspect of one language to another is childish. It's a trick. Now, if we go to the word Dios or God, those words are only represented when somebody doesn't understand the concept of Allah, because the word God does not equate to Allah. God can be used for other than Allah, while the word Allah is unique to Allah. God has gender where it could be goddess. So your Dios example is also wrong. And
by your own admission, the unqualified titles of Allah cannot be applied to anyone else. When it's unqualified for Allah, like the first and the last, only God can have those titles. These are your words, not mine. I agree with you, though. And so when Jesus says, I am the first and the last, unqualified, that demonstrates, even by your own standards, that Jesus is claiming to be God Almighty. And what you did is when you saw the problem, you still said no. You said no, because you couldn't admit that even in the Bible, Jesus claims to be God, and your prompt is over.
Once again,
and your final statement,
the concept that you brought of son also clearly indicates that languages do not go over equation. This is why I said son as the sense of begotten would not work with the Arabic language, but son in the sense of endearment would. So that means first and last has to be understood in the same manner. When you say first and last in a different language, it works different than awwal and akhir in the Arabic language. Even in that context, you were wrong. Secondly, when you said the Arabic Bible, the childish thing here is the fact that the Bible wasn't written in Arabic. It was written in Koine Greek. So all your actual understanding of the words have to come from Koine Greek, not from Arabic. Those are translations, and they wildly vary, because the Arabic Quran is the original language of the Quran, not of the Bible. So Quranic Arabic cannot be understood to understand biblical theological concepts. That would be in Greek, and you know that, but you brought that up to show your ignorance. Last thing I will say on this, you did not address any of the points from the prompt, that all the verses that I had mentioned, he didn't address any of them. He just ran on this first and the last point, which that's why I brought up the verse itself, because Alpha and Omega, the qualifiers that are used in there are used for other than God. First and last are used, yes, in the Greek language. Alpha and Omega can be used for other than God. You can Google that.